that these are the two best teams in America.
Let's see. Let's see how much value the Dizzy gets, because it should get a lot.
It's a beautiful one that's on the line this year as well.
Dude, especially with like 4 of them.
Last year too, as part
yeah,
of
we'll see.
Loud,
11 defense, G2 on attack.
International League here in Americas. What a place to begin on Icebox. I think the map pool in general looking great for Leviathan.
It's going to be a standard affair, you know, nothing out of the ordinary. At least.
What's Lev's record on this map? Did someone say it was 11-2?
G2, we already know what they're going to be up
Behind.
to. Always methodical, always cautious at the beginning of these rounds. Don't want to give away any of these advantages. Just trying to bait out a potential approach and peek for the information.
Look at Leviathan, though. They've realized that this is a group up over towards the A side very early on. You've got King and Mazzino pushing out B. Broken turret.
So the Utah's going to be unloaded here. Flashed up towards the back of the side.
How many should we count all the Dizzy flashes?
Evade it. Jonah P as well.
This is going to be the most stacked game you've ever seen for Dizzy flashes, by the way.
Entirely from LEV. They're actually going to be regrouping back up together, just trying to play this one forwards. But again, Icebox is committed. Catches the cross pass and away. There was no trade in sight. Unconventional, really, from G2. Expect that to be really the building blocks of this team. Biding their time now, waiting to regroup as the util is now back online.
Oh, we get a scan off this? Yeah, that was nice timing, though, on the retake.
Even just lucky just to get the one. Jonah P and Trent and accounted for. Off to the side themselves. That's what's dropping down.
Hey, very nice. Keep an eye on the pistols. It's 1-0.
And now in the favor of G2, a pistol round win.
And it's Jonah P that picks
we get to see the so it's true. Like in my mind, where I am, like this comp should counter this comp to an extent. Like the Dizzy should just be getting non-stop value where I'm at.
But Jonah, undetected, uncleared, picked up all of the crucial players there. And this one, a rematch.
Pistol Kings. Yeah, that happened last time where G2 just won like all the pistols.
Stage 1 playoffs, lower bracket final. G2 were winning all of the pistols there. 9 out of 10 in our BO5.
Went
the way of G2.
Good tag.
It was still an extremely close match.
Another good tag.
Closely matched even now, right? Titan to test this Leviathan.
Oh, I like this. And then he goes back sight. He makes sound so they think that no one's yellow. It was a cool idea to bait out that someone isn't yellow. Start spamming the gun that they just had.
I don't think there's many people that would even argue that G2 are not a top 2 team in Americas. Look at the depth that LEV has been able to get. This 4-1 default where you send LEV forwards. And G2 have been running this after winning the pistol almost every single time they've played. And it's still finding value for them. It's just a very solid strategy.
Up and over. Open sight. Really just a fight to be taken and one out there.
What goes to this damage? The Aspas, basically.
Tonight a plan, or at least potentially get that pick off that he was looking for, but as the investment...
The answer is normally going to be Aspas.
Aspas is worried about the incoming possibility of a flank. I think that was just pressure being laid in by Trent. Now going to be rotating that to the back of his team. They are low, but leaving it just down to Aspas now. Still, could do quite a lot from this spot. Still worried.
Icy has a bulldog.
I was going to say... Do they want to let Icy hunt, or are they just so fine to just go get B orb or something next round? Their actual default over towards B is so strong, I think they can eat that. Yeah, especially with their HPs here, no one's even going to face.
Running far too low, so G2 going to be up that too.
But that does mean that
Aspas, I mean, he tagged a lot of people, yeah.
Leviathan can try to craft some strategies around denying that.
Trying to get that bulldog?
It's difficult when G2 plays so slowly. If you're looking to try to fight on both outer extremities of the map on defense, you're going to get overstretched. I also think it's a really interesting map pool that we've got here today, Brent. Yeah. G2 choosing to attack into Leviathan's bind as our second map, rather than seeing what they've got prepped on Abyss. G2 also choosing to end, I believe, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, on Haven rather than Ascent. It sent me for a loop there, what we've got in the top left.
Oh yeah, what the hell?
I'll have to double check. We will have to double check that one, but Pretty sure it was Haven. Aspas, early fight and engagement for him. He's going to be opted into that straight away. Does draw blood with Leaf dropping.
It didn't take down Official, but now if you're G2, the weird one, you just start putting the orbs over to like Trent or Jonah and accept the next round you're going to be using your ult. Oh, okay, that's a nice kill. Official, potential. Yeah, and if you're, that's some nice movement, man, from Aspas. If you're Lev, you're kind of happy at the moment, especially if you can secure this one. Official out. Hold up. Got two people. Com can tank one of the outlaw shots.
That could have ended the round instantly, but he's left his team in a 2v2.
Don't get me wrong, a lot of damage done to Icy here. In this spot, Jonah P. Gonna be the one to take that first contact. Again, there's so many healthy targets though. Half armored.
The one-shotter. Oh, he missed it.
He survives.
6 HP.
Shots up. Leaves it alone to Icy in this 1v2. A quick tap as well. Icy, he should not be forced out. ADS stub damage done, but he doesn't really have the gun or the weaponry for it. Again, just has to peek out, jiggle, and he's just on a sliver of health. It's enough.
Oh, it is a close round from them. Not too bad on the eco. Yeah, if you're Lev, you're kind of happy that you got the EO out of them.
Lev finally with that round on the board.
It's a pretty damaging bonus. G2 had chances to win it. They invest in ultimate, but end up doing a lot of economical damage too. I think Lev will be happy to have just survived that. And once more, it's Aspas that delivers the crucial kills to put his team in a winnable situation.
Ambitious ult.
Done,
there's a little bit of like different page with this guy and him using the ult. Like if this guy waited like what? A second. Oh. Good on your big buy round, that's how you go down. Devastating.
Burns himself a cheeky one. It's a nice one to set the scene.
Dude, I forgot how crazy the wall-on-wall action was. I haven't seen the wall-on-walls for a long time, man.
Dropping any adversary that steps to him, and he wants to just take away any possibilities of a G2 win.
Very nice, real clean on this one.
Overwhelming aggression by Leviathan.
So beautifully played. You'd think that with the
walls on walls, yeah, like the old days of Pearl.
They actually wouldn't even be offering Aspas those opportunities. But a couple of people just to the right side of yellow, and Aspas is able to pick one off. And then as he dashes away from that extra swing, he plays Mazzino in.
So much height on that. I love the dash back as well.
Beautifully done there. And those are the kind of rounds that
he has some of the best. Like his movement around here is just so good. Like everywhere around here, he just dominates the B site when he plays there. I feel like.
So much space for the rest to trade off.
He's gonna take these liberties. Outlaw in his hands. Oh, nice.
A nice trade back, yeah.
That's what you have to be doing. Otherwise, Aspas is going to push further and further, test those boundaries.
Doesn't get away with it, does he? Leaf is also quite eager. This guy tagged up though. Have to stop himself.
Oh, yeah, I'd be a little bit. I mean, Tex is actually the king of one-tapping people on. I get it.
These low players, Com is pretty hard committed off to the corner here. Players are being picked apart. That was a
dude, I see that he has another ult. Oh boy, eco'd.
Actually, Leviathan, Tex. A little bit of AD in terms of the rifle play on hand. He's got to do a lot now to try and push this one back. Flash over as a pause to score, but they don't expect this position already. Valen crept his way up even deeper onto these sightlines. Flank and now go online, picking up the orb. No time for that one. Still dropping. King sensing it. There's definitely chances. Can't adjust it. No with the rifle.
Lovely swings together. This was a great round, man. Leaf and I imagine Icy hit a great shot at middle.
Is that the difference it makes when you're able to take out Aspas early on and prevent him from going on a tear against you? It was an insane shot that Leaf hits. I mean, look at that. Reacting to an unexpected position and being able to clean it up, and then the rest of the team is able to go forward with Sheriffs. Important final kill there as well from Jonah P, who continues to have huge impact. Does that temper the level of aggression that Aspas is showing?
What does that even do to the econ? Alright, this is a big round.
Doesn't want anything to do with it.
Arbor official. Arbor Sova ult.
Throwing this cascade over towards B in a pre.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of ults into this.
Zeno just spammed through it, got a kill out the back of it. This time, Valen throws it, nobody following behind it.
Ooh, I like that. Fischl ready in case the drone saw anyone close.
So well on the defense sides against every team.
Drone to get close here.
Curious than other people. They don't give
Flash to secure that no one took a timing. Dude, G2 are taking no risks at all with any of this. Yeah, they know that they got the Fischl to actually like help them over towards site, so they just a lot of util.
It's just going to keep the stack in the right place on it.
This will be interesting because like when he ults, probably Sova ult to cancel it out.
One of the better teams for it. Dash. No value to be gained by Aspas. He was expecting a timing to be taken, but G2 are always ones just to be quite quirky with it. Never expected when they're going to be hitting it through, and now though, Mosh Pit, Hunger of Reckoning, it's a big indicator. Alongside the Flash as well, it's all being sent flying forwards. Hunter's Fury, this is the respawn. Com is looking for a kill or two, at least gets the one tag.
Nicely done from Com. Dude, they come out on top on this level. They've done really good.
Play this one with the bodies into the fight and the fray, taking it forwards, past and away, still. It's a kill feed that is filling in.
What's Wingman doing? Hero mode.
They slow it down once more, calling for it with 12 seconds onto the clock. It's left it just down to Com. He's the one who's got to respond to all of this pressure. Shock darts flying forwards, Cove. Just denying any sort of bullets that fly forwards. The 1v3 Thrash is avoided. Spotting the head, spotting the bullets. Looking for
No way, dude, imagine he wins this.
Incarnate. He's dropped down to 5 HP. Barely any weaponry.
Oh, okay. Dude, nicely done from G2. This was a cool round from everyone, to be honest. Everyone did pretty good. Everyone did really good.
The pause in the round, the pump fake, that drawing in of the Leviathan retake, and G2 is so ready for it, punishing all of those slight.
As you didn't say, yeah. I think Jonah P did really good to get one. I'm not sure you should ever be getting one here, but.
But when Aspas and Mazzino swing, they're taken piece by piece apart by the G2 players, ready for that. And Lev going to a timeout here. They had the stack in the right place. The ult from Com was absolute perfection. The way he trapped Trent in the corner. And yet they still weren't able to get it done because they expected G2 to be scrambled with only 15 seconds on the clock. Yeah. This team is immaculate under time pressure, G2. You can't rely on the fact that the clock's going to run out on them. Exactly. They squeeze every second out of it.
They're so well-tempered in those moments. They don't get flustered like a lot of other teams. Like you said, they squeeze every single bit that you can get out of the seconds there. This early beginning for Leviathan hasn't gone their way. The economy hasn't been built up. A large reason why this team is so good on the defensive side, partly is because they can get an operator into Aspas's hands most of the time. The economy's been taking a tumble pretty consistently. He hasn't been able to build up to it. Usually it's a big tool that they use to build around with a defensive protocol, stacking plays onto one side.
Everyone had a good idea of how important the round before was. What is going on with the money? Is that 10k at one point?
Yeah, I'm just taking a look at the...
That's so good. All right. Yeah, like we said, big round that was before. That's why we used all the ults into it. Eco.
G2 with an opportunity to start building out to some massive ultimates.
The minus. He's doing it again.
Almost destined
to
come
on
online at the end of this round. Cascade starts in the opposite direction there for Valen, as if they're taking early A control, and in fact, just waiting to punish any B aggression on the eco.
Yeah.
And at the same time, heading into a bit of a stack here from Lev.
Lev are just trying to make sure that they hide their intent. Just being spotted, that's Mazzino. Only one that fires a couple of bullets as well. Going for a bit of a repeat of his own as util out into the hands of multiple players here, but he does overstep himself in the end, and the weaponry just not quite good to follow up and through. So Mazzino will be dropped. Spotting signs of life from them. Out in the open, Aspas. Again, he was hoping that somebody would just walk straight into that crosshair. Pulling multiple players now. Lev losing control of the A side.
But look at Leviathan looking to try to re-peek again. Always looking to see whether G2's attacking utility is real or not. Does it have a serious threat behind it? Other G2 players.
Yeah, and as soon as you see the turret here, you know that was placed for them to just 5-pass and bend it into B.
For the same time. Just again, spotting these players out, they all topple and fall.
What a read!
Yeah,
G2, absolutely immaculate read.
And you're seeing
but they know for sure that they know they're locked in because of the turret here. Right, you're only putting the turret behind if you're like everyone would do like a 4-1 default, right? So turret over towards here, obviously like one person here. As soon as this turret's over towards here and you've already seen numbers, like you know there's 5 here, and as soon as they shoot that turret, you know that they know there's 5 here, so they know there's gonna be people just stacked like in this area. So.
And of course, if
It wasn't just like a read, I guess it was just like
that's where Valen
logic,
thrives,
really.
because he ends up having so much more information in the late round. If you just give ground and aren't willing to take the risk of walking back into areas, then you might as well not be playing the game. You're just going to allow G2 to run all over you. So LEV have to find those risks, but they also have to find them at either unexpected timings or with excellent utility, or just when G2...
You know that they know that you know, yeah, pretty much.
The other side of the map.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
I think this is going to be not just a test for Valen's calling, but a serious test for Leviathan. They have not played against a team anywhere near as good as G2 since they got back from Shanghai.
Yeah, hard agree. I mean, this team, I think, they've been just trying to shake off those untested allegations almost that have just been chasing them around because they've just been dealing with any of their competition.
Oh, they've been
single-handedly. I mean, they've been flattening everybody. It's 2-0s, the way that they've been cleaning up most of the competition. But
okay, another big round, and G2 have a bit of an ult advantage again.
Kind of stand. This time they are up against this heavy hitter in the form of G2, and so far punishing them. This is the important round here, and now what the timeout was being called for Leviathan. Investment with the weaponry, Operator in Aspas's hands with a lot of ults for G2.
A Nanoswarm thrown there from Leaf, a very standard one onto pipes. When it gets broken, you're thinking, okay, maybe somebody's playing aggressive in that kind of area. Aspas, in fact, on top of Jenny, looking for a pick. And Valen seems to have got the read on it again, just because that early utility was broken on A. They're headed towards a B split, and this is going to catch King.
Yeah, I mean, King's in trouble.
Yeah, already walking up straight into him as well. King, just the one before
It did good to get one, really.
Spot those players just before he dropped lockdown.
Oh, weird. to stop the rotate. I like that.
I mean, Icy's like, all right, mate, I'm leaving you to your own devices.
And that means that they can fight for this area for longer, and that's where they want to put the Killjoy ult. It's really cool.
No contest possible for the plant, and even getting into a retake position is very difficult. So many spots you have to clear.
Every single step of the way.
This team's really smart, man.
Leviathan can't get a foothold, man. They cannot stand against this. Still, Mazzino will make a good go of it. But again, it's a retake scenario. Aspas is working with that operator. It's going to slow them down once more. All that time that's been.
And it just means that you can save the Sova ult for when they actually tap the spike instead of using it for their ult. What are we going to do? Double shock fast into ult? Yeah, just secure it.
The cove is placed down as well. Can be defended against it. Valen cleaning up Mazzino, drifted off to the side.
What a incredible round.
That operator again, save it into the next.
Hilmy, thank you for the 15 months. Thank you so much for the tier 1.
3 or 4 players over towards A. I don't think Valen's got a real reason for dying there, but the economy's in a good spot, so it doesn't matter too much. But they had 3 or 4 players over towards the A side, including Aspas Operator, that they've scripted.
Of course, Hilmy, bro. Thanks for saying that as well, dude.
And instantly, G2 have found the weak side of the map, run a B split, and had control over huge, vast swaths of real estate. There was no opportunity for LEV to win. No opportunity for Aspas to have his
Guardian, they miss the Cove, they're missing a Molly. Oh, alarm bot. Oh, alarm bot on defense.
He's doing something very different here.
Icebox.
You don't often see him playing in these kind
Not
of
great.
battles, getting drone down mid early on. So he's in front of the Viper Orb.
Yeah, so they cover it up by actually taking mid control with the op. So that's at least a good call. Viper Orb off of the turret contacts Zersha. And they the one. Who's the one that does the good one in Americas? I can't remember.
Was just picked up there instead of the Thrash.
Not
so
LEV.
Makes it a bit more difficult to deal with King. You can use Harbor
Yeah,
against
he always stands here, so he could get spammed out. But
Viper Orb in mid.
the 100 Thieves, do the one where you can like hide here, right? Yeah, that one's unreal.
Stuff from G2. They know that they lost control of mid prior. Obviously with the turret being broken.
LEV did it last Icebox, but changed up this time. Ooh, interesting. They don't get spammed out, so they think he's here.
So many players ready to receive. It's G2 again. They bait and punish and pulling them back. And Aspas is just forced back and away.
Do you know one more? Oh, he did so much. Take it.
Just about got it. Right before the Cove.
I'm not even trying to get an extra kill there. No hesitation.
Dart reveals it. 2 versus 2. Valen is low. Plant online though. Backs himself away again. Reckoning now available for this post plant. It's going to be used nice and early. Just to buy them a bit of that time as well. Nobody wants to reveal themselves too early from G2.
Yeah, no util for G2.
Orb up. Putting the pressure now, at least with that tap.
No way. Did he actually, in his mind, work out tapping and then moving to the side and 2-tapped it?
Quick little tap, cutting it away. He's baiting
I think he
out
might
the
have read
peak,
that
and a
pretty well.
response from G2.
That's incredible.
They do hand him the one, but still time is running short. Brings it down to it, and it's
Dude, and they know that he doesn't
Trent.
stick it.
The dart reveals
Because
all.
honestly, he actually
knows
never
he's
sticks
won
it. If you're watching him
Time is on
1v1s,
his
this guy never
side,
sticks
and
it first
another
time.
round is
He never even
inevitable.
gets half.
It's 7 now for G2.
Incredible,
I
man.
really don't
Respect.
think G2 could be playing much better with wall hacks on. The way in which they're rotating
What
around
the?
wall hacks,
Duck Mouse.
finding the
Duck
gaps,
Mouse 34,
and
thank you for the prime.
understanding exactly when LEV are going to go for these defense re-clears. We saw them catch the eco round defense re-clear on B perfectly, all stacked up waiting for it. It's the same thing in mid again. As soon as the wall comes through and pushes Aspas away, their read on how Leviathan are playing the defense here is simple perfection.
At no point Leviathan are really able to get a foothold, stand up against most of this. Look at this util.
And Tony, this wall would just... The walls are just messed up with Dizzy, man. Too strong. I think it actually might need to get a change. Once teams fully catch on, I think it needs to get changed. It just gets too many scans, bro. They can't even see it on their screen.
Through mid as well, looking for a bit of space. That's Jonah P. His first kill advantage, not going away.
I just think the Gecko just hard counters it way too much.
Jonah P is the insurance policy here. He's going to be able to give them information. Multiple players have rotated. Turrets offline.
Oh,
They can go back over to B.
oh my
They
god.
know
And
that
it's just going to come back online now?
Tex is nowhere near. Aztec starts to
Insane.
come back in. Jonah P's in front of the turret. Potential.
Yeah, they might be able to see him just poking out.
I respect Texa. He knew it was down for a while. Just take him down. I was going to say, you're going to do the good vibe roll.
This one's stretching off into spawn, man. Spam, straight bullets again.
Yeah, looks nuts, man. Looks like a Dragatini or something from Pokemon.
As well, wants to get aggressive and active into it. The fight tweaking towards the back as well. It's a reckoning offloaded, but again the timing. It's picture perfect. You can't ask for much better gameplay than this.
Or a snake, I guess.
Rings around this Leviathan. No time for them to catch their breath.
What is it?
It's just
Dratini?
beautiful there.
Wait, what's the one
Jonah
before
P ended up
Dragonite?
making a misstep and got caught in kitchen. Okay, some part of it may have fallen to pieces, but the professor finally
Dragonair?
falls, but
What's
he's
the
done
one
his
before that
damage,
dude?
teaching Leviathan the holes that are rippling throughout their
Dratini.
defensive
Yeah,
setups.
that's what I meant.
The
Been a while,
over-rotate,
chat.
the stack
Damn, you
already
lot are
laid,
knowers,
and
man.
the over-rotate
You lot are big
takes it
Pokemon
to
heads,
went
respect.
offline. G2 exploiting to perfection. Even if the turret had not gone offline, Jonah already had info that B was pretty open and his team could start to make the cancel and the rotate. They're never locking themselves into only one decision. There are always options for Valen to choose.
That's
as
Gen
plan B
1? Yeah,
or
dude,
plan
I just
C.
forget about stuff, man. If it's not Valorant, it just slowly gets
Completely
erased.
dominating Leviathan in a way that we have not seen since Lev was at Shanghai. And I also don't think the Lev are falling to pieces here. This is just masterful from G2.
Exist, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 3 months.
Calling, I mean.
Thank you for that, dude.
Leviathan's perspective.
Jonah giving you... Dude, Jonah's playing insane recently.
In the comms, are they in the walls? Right there. I don't even know about all of this. Exploiting and abusing any possible options as well, just to pre-fire. Aspas, he's been punished for a lot of these aggressive plays, and he's making a go of things again. Tex dropped down to just double digits of health.
Recently?
Their King also has
Yeah,
to
like
go
what,
on
this
a
year?
regression. He needs information. At least
That counts
maintain
as recently,
control
dude.
out towards an over B.
Finally, that defense exploration finds value.
Recently is
Still
broad enough that it
battling with
counts.
Icy over towards B. This could be the round for Lev, despite losing Aspas early.
Got the ults to potentially turn the tide. Zeno needs to be careful. It's barely a
Oh,
shot
what is that,
beacon
though?
out. And just spraying it through.
Has he taken one bullet back there? That's crazy.
Into the play. Util's going to be delayed here. The Hunter's Fury just a little bit off the mark. It's a lockdown. Views alongside. It's still damage turn. Com. That is picture perfect as well. Lands that one right onto the mark as well. Just catching that rotation back and away. G2 left now with just 2 of these players left to do the most.
Nanos one broken. Mosh still available.
Dude, he's got so much with that kill as well. Here comes the molly. Very doable 1v2. I mean, it's so doable. So doable that I would say it's done.
Bad plan.
Man, the damage might do it. It is a bad plan indeed. Up and over the wall into his face, dropping down on favored. Still
Surely not.
Get off it. Does it stick it down?
No, man. No. I would have even taken a curse there. I would have taken a curse of how much they dropped the ball on that one.
Realizing perhaps,
Didn't even have time.
thinking, I think he had time there. I mean, we'll have to watch it back from his POV perhaps, but the Red Bull clutch comes through no matter what. That one looked difficult for Icy.
Yes, dude, I was saying that he had a chance in the 1v2.
But I'm not sure the King understood exactly where Icy
I said no chance, right, for the other two. I can't even remember what I said, man. We're getting Pokemon wrong. Can't remember what I said 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, you might end up getting
Just call it quits.
First round,
We all go bed.
like G2 have stolen it away from LEV rather than being in control the entire time. But we head back in. A slow beginning for G2.
Retirement, yeah.
Thankfully, haven't missed too much, and Icebox posted up with an off.
Yeah, this Drono was going to be spotting him. He doesn't even break it in the process. Has to use the dash to get out of there. High tide. It's going to whip its way across towards that B-side lockdown. There are no answers to this. LEV used all of them up just in that prior round. Didn't even go there.
Yeah, I like this though. I like this from Tex. Takes a lot of space. Don't overpeak. Ah, yeah, overpeaked.
LEV have no choice but to really
No,
respect this
Tex.
one here. Push back and away. Cove up now. Props it forwards. Hand down for the wingman. For the push it away. That's Basto. That's a nice one. This is just spam coming through. At least onto those long angles.
What up?
Leviathan.
Might have been okay anyway.
Advantage. The foothold that they were seeking that we've been talking about this entire time. Now it's all about converting again. G2. Shock darts forwards.
What a shot, man.
Did
Did he leg him through the wall here? What was that? Shot, man. Technically, this is a 2v5, right?
The thrash.
There's no way.
Away here. He just cannot get down from the high ground. There's no safety there. Just buying time and critical moments here for G2. Jump spotting. 7 bullets left. Ticking away once more. Dominance.
Oh my, dude, even during this, Aspas is doing mad stuff. 10-2.
Attack side of G2. 10-2. They've made LEV look like a lost schoolboy.
Nobody has been able to touch the Leviathan Icebox like this, and G2 have run away with it. I said earlier that...
See, I wanna take credit and be like it's all because of the Gecko, but I don't know, man. It only got them like a couple of heavy A-main controls. It only got them like maybe even 3 at max more flashes than it should have. Then normally. And they're just annihilating them.
Somehow allowing Jonah P and Icy to run away with things towards the end. Maybe there was a chance for LEV to pull things back earlier, but now...
Which meta is your favorite? This one's fun to watch, man. This one's better for everyone at the moment. Like Jet meta, this meta was probably the best for just spectators. I liked last year's meta. It was a lot about like mini-map rotations and stuff like that. That was fun for like mini-map. Was fun. It's just like solo chambered wrecking people. Solo Jet wrecking people was fun. Astra was okay for a little bit. Only a little bit. Like 2 months.
Honestly, coming into today, I was very worried for G2 because of how slowly they play their attacking.
Is the map over? This is doable. If they get a pistol, it's super doable.
Around their utility that I was ready for this to be Leviathan up 10-2 against G2, but G2, they slow played their rounds, and actually, Doug, they were kind of shutting them down.
Yeah, and I think honestly, as we think about the stylistic matchup, I would argue that it favors G2 heavily, and I'm not just saying...
Theo_SL with the tier 1. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that.
Fundamentally sound play pace to the game. I think Valent's calling is immaculate on attack. They really feel the entire map out, and then even in this round that we just saw, they were able to eco them, and it was off of...
This Jolteon for me, dudes. Jolteon's a beast.
Icebox to get in a position where he can take over a round. It was much more patient. It was much more methodical.
Shenanz K with the Prime. Thank you so much as well. Mikkel as well. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate the 6 months. Also with the Prime. Thank you for doing that. Thank you.
Close out here on the second half. We're going back to the casters for that.
There's a lot that is going to be asked of this Leviathan squad, I think, heading into the second half. It's their map pick of Icebox. And again, you know, the rumors that are swirling and circulating around this team about, you know, potentially have had quite an easy path here into the playoffs. Are they going to be able to beat the match of a team like G2? Right now, it's all G2.
What are we going? Smoke here. This blocks the wall. Oh boy. I was going to say wall blocks the turret, but actually looks like maybe they wanted it to go beyond the turret. I'm not entirely sure.
An end over towards A. Looks like a fairly empty site. I think from what I've seen in the last few months, there are very few, if any, IGLs that can match up against Valen's attack side calling. I mean, and this is going to be a massive test for King today, whether he can look comparable.
Absolutely is. Valen, oh my, the timing on this
Oh
is
boy.
insane. High tight.
He thinks the turret's
Wait,
right
did he
there.
get raid bossed?
Off a little bit early there, still up and over the top.
Wait, who raid bossed Valen?
Valen has been gaining. It's a full stack
No
of G2,
way, the
but all
fast
bodies
flank
in
behind
other
with the...
places. Ready to just
That's
strike
crazy,
from
dude.
behind.
This was
Valen
sick.
is right
So
there
much
with
anti on this
teammates
one.
in the pressure and noise is all being made, and everybody following through and playing
The
off this one.
that
Heroics in
I
order.
don't think I've ever
The
seen
Kings
a...
are able to step up to that side
I don't think I've ever seen
challenge.
this.
And Jonah P in the end just
The
can't
guy who
stop
normally
that. This
plays
entire
duelist
squad.
has dropped the IGL
Comparison to what would have
Ghost.
happened if the sides were swapped there. Valen goes on the flank immediately as soon as he realizes that B pressure
That's
is
the
a little bit
Angel.
fake through.
Yeah, maybe
Just
Angel's
walking
done that
up B
actually.
lane. If the
If
sides
anyone's
were
done that
swapped, there
before,
was
it's
nothing
Angel.
left
You're
on
right.
defense.
It's
There'd
R
be a
just dropped
G2
me.
player waiting for them. The read would have already been there. That's the difference right now, is that G2 are ahead of all of the game plans. And LEV are not making
right.
the reads on what's happening on the other side.
That's pretty
of
cool
things.
though.
You
Yeah,
see
I mean
Valen
they're so
thinking
down
about the
bad that they
turret, throwing
gotta
out that high tide,
they gotta
looking
just
to
buy
get
up.
behind them. And LEV are left baffled in
We'll
some of
keep
those spots.
a track on pistols.
Not anticipating the way the G2 are going to
Proceed.
outplay them. And
Dude, this
force
happened
them
last time
close,
they
they're
played.
down 2 to 11.
It's a
G2
full
just
investment.
annihilated
It
them on
needs to be.
pistols.
And a full stack towards A as well. They're not holding anything back. There's no hiding of the intent, just trying to lurk players up, trying to catch those cheeky timings. Instead, fully barreling their way forwards. It's all trying to be expected and anticipated, but a spam go on one side here.
They know where Aspas loves to play.
Yeah, right at the top, you can feel him just raining bullets down onto that spot, forcing him to back away as well. It's all off angles being played again. Lev just trying to hunt and fight towards the back of the side here. Finding the mark, it's Aspas finally online. Here and now, leaves it up to Trent, but they all being
Hey,
faced in the
maybe
end.
there's a little bit of hope.
Lev
Maybe there's a little bit of
salvaging.
hope.
A lifeline for them. But how much
Stinger?
longer can
Yeah,
you hold
I mean,
on?
some
Can
people
you
are just
really
too good with
chain this
stingers.
many rounds together? You see already that G2 are very aware of how Aspas likes to play on this map. They've avoided his operator perfectly, masterfully on the previous half. Now what they have to deal with is Aspas' aggressive post-line positions. Loves to play on top of generator, loves to push into spawn through the rafters, loves to play on top of screens. I think that's going to be the big battle of this half. How much can Aspas do and how much can G2 stop him from getting that value?
Needs to stack the wrong site on this one. See when they rotate.
An easy setup here for Leviathan. Got to keep stringing these rounds together to even stand a chance here. It is an open site. A lot of util being used. Potentially some sound cues as well being heard by Valen. He's making a call, and the rotation is abound by G2. Starting to get some bodies now onto the B site.
There isn't very much weaponry here. It should be
Boy,
a bit
wall
of a
drop
freebie for
insta
Lev.
jaw.
Wall's going to drop as well. They're actually hunting out some of these players, maybe trying to catch a timing against them. All right, there is very little chance here for G2.
But Lev need to be building up towards some large ultimate. It's Mazzino that's the closest. Only one away now. That's pretty huge.
Yeah, just going hunting for it still. It's pretty evenly spread, like you said, though. One away from that big ult from Mazzino, potentially something to play with.
Definitely. I think if they can get that online, they can certainly make a play happen. Alternatively, you want to be thinking about, are G2 going to look to be playing around that orb, but should we try something different? Do a 1-3-1, for example, and try to exploit mid-control. You know, you've got to be trying to think one step ahead of what Valen's anticipating. He's already showcased in the first 12 rounds. He's way ahead of you when the sides are flipped. Battle of the minds here. What do LEV go for? Early A pressure and slip these two up mid, perhaps?
Liquidus. Good to see you, dude.
Just
38.
Viper orb and resetting
38
control 1-3.
months.
Quite standard here, maybe just
Liquidus
looking to play the
OG.
for
Thank
the
you so
orb.
much, man. Appreciate the 38. Thank you for being here the whole time, man. Wild.
That early nano swarm that was up and over as well does not remove the turret from mid. As was intended by Lev. Again, a lot of A pressure. Still with the spike leaning over towards this direction.
Yeah, this is nice though. With the wall, they get a lot of space. Only didn't check like full back of sight. Rock doesn't break that trip. Nothing to stop this, right? Late molly in.
G2 are going to be playing offsite because of that Reckoning. They just take the plant for free and have Reckoning for post. Good identification of the way that G2 are going to be looking to play, and King's on the late lurk.
Spas heavily committed. Reckoning has to be committed as well, just to help him out. Big reveal. Dart spotting the twos, spraying away. Mazzino not getting punished, at least from not letting the rifle reset here. Backing away now. Trying to
Keep an eye on King.
A little bit better here with a cove.
King is about to activate.
For G2, Wingman, it's online, up and over the rocks as well. It's still
Man.
being confused as well, despite the fact that Icy was dropped from behind the flank. It's King to deny and delay. Trying to
Oh god, that one actually scared me a little bit there. Yeah, well at least they found out about the luck. Can help him. Send him down to an eco again.
A well put together attack side call from him. They take a free A site, recognizing that G2 are playing off. And you saw the value of that.
Even if this is a solid performance, you don't see G2 going on a run. Yeah, I think G2 are gonna go on a run, man. I think G2, with how they're playing, are getting top 4.
And then that timing from King could not have been.
I feel confident about it. Their map pool's too good right now.
A little bit shaky, but he cleaned things up. Second highest rated player of America's behind Aspas so far.
Holy, tank down to 27. Dub Johan with the 8 months. Thank you with the prime.
Try to ego check that and go for the orb anyway.
Little timing just slightly off, so
G2 and anti-team, yeah, pretty heavy from when Weber, the assistant coach of Heretics, was on, and we were watching some of the Shanghai stuff. He was talking that, and they changed their stuff up so much because they're always antiing.
More patience being played.
Like loads of when you watch demos of them, loads of their stuff looks different because they got so many like stuff that involves anti.
Like this has happened. Keep off angle.
Whoa, okay, Con was barely ready for that one still. 200p not able to get a kill off the back of it. Big committal and out in the open as well. There's no watered. Problem salves up in the danger zone ever so slightly for LEV. You can feel it going amiss in terms of their protocols.
They create a good amount of pressure though. When does this wall go down? Because they can't.
And I think that's the key.
Okay, I think they're gonna keep some. Oh no, that's all they needed. I was gonna say, I think they might keep someone here just to keep creating pressure, but as soon as that wall goes off, it blocks vision anyway, so they know it's a hard question mark.
Maybe not on this map, but certainly looking towards Bind Ascent. And LEV are gonna give it a good shot here too.
One round at a time, as long as you deal with these players.
Didn't let it reset properly. Almost.
Weakened up Valin. Going walkabouts though into the spawn, but facing it together, so very committed in terms of the idea.
Okay, does G2 get involved? Have a little timeout here maybe?
The anti, or at least the eco, half by round for G2 this time. A lot of ults being earned up, a lot of weapons too.
This next round is going to be a blockbuster. Huge ultimates on both sides. Tech's one away from lockdown. I mean, both of the Killjoys having access to that.
Timing was slightly off there.
Ults on both sides as well, so there's the additional mind games of both ults being able to be countered.
Yeah.
And just myriad different ways that both teams could try to play this setup.
The timeout as well. Oh my god, look at how close people are to ults as well. 1, 2, 3 people, one off.
The round might get messy. Get to find out and see.
They opt for Harbor ult here.
Expended here by G2.
Reactive so far from G2 as well. They were looking to clear out mid. Now they rotate over towards B. The response to all of this pressure.
The calling of LEV this entire time making noise over towards B. Similar game plans to what we saw in the prior round. Tex and King still grouped up side by side, looking to see if they can gain any space. Towards A, maybe call a potential pivot. It's a Reckoning that's offloaded. Cascade as well. This really does feel like it's going to be trying to land over towards B again, but G2 have players committed into mid. I'm beginning to read that this isn't exactly what it seems.
But at the same time, I think the space has already been gained. If Tex falls, that would be a problem for LEV. But otherwise, G2 just looking to play a bit of a retake here.
Oh, Tex has wandered way too far.
Way far up.
I mean, he's just trying to kill a Harbor early. Oh. Wait, Leaf has his ult. Even...
Barely enough to get out of there. Aspas survives.
They're on site very early.
Tom still with the ult, and he's playing this one far back as well. That's the insurance policy.
It's like, do you ult away from the spike to get him to ult the spike, or the ult? The weird one.
He committed. The acknowledgement broken. These were just the one burst. Icebox holding for the deeper push as well. Just spotting
Yeah, well, they at least get half here.
Just can't quite land it as well. Movement at Char finally.
Oh, it was a bad plan? Oh, I thought it was a way better plan than this. Oh, they messed up slightly.
Just didn't quite have the extra level to it.
I called it when I saw Tex going forwards, but that, I think, was a big error. King did an amazing job in the post-plan there, but when Tex dies, it gives Trent a free overall to be able to use. He doesn't need to save it for any kind of
I thought it was a plant that you could see from heaven.
Falls, suddenly you see this massive Reckoning Soverall combo come through, slicing its way through Leviathan and allowing the rest of G2 to take aggressive positions. Putting Aspas and Com in a very difficult spot. Lev would now need 6 in a row.
Yeah, 6 chances.
But G2 have taken an eco round here.
I like this though.
This is
very good.
And make things more difficult for themselves.
Yeah, playing it for
And also, if they don't really know early, they might use an ult a lot earlier than they thought.
A little bit later down the line, Aspas, this is
Goodness.
incredibly committal.
Dude was here at the first 20 seconds. Fast.
Not doing a job there to push back the plant, so we're going that extension into the round as well. Deep flank here. The P, again, looking to potentially pressure from the side as well. G2 now sending in waves the util, committal here. The lockdown by Lev, just trying to push them back in a way as well. What is the plan in place for G2?
They're looking to pinch Com from both sides. Look at this protocol to clear out the lurker.
Yeah, well, they got nothing else to do because they killed Joe.
No Sova utility. Let's go and find where Com is.
Gonna have to get a move on here. Time is against them. There's of the essence in this spot right here.
Insta-cove the fuse, maybe? Oh, there goes the cove.
Spraying them down, at least with it. Nana Swarms delaying, denying as well. Even more time has been brought up against them again.
I don't think Wingman has time, does he?
Onto it, sticking on the wave, and every single player
Yeah, he didn't anyway.
was down to the wire.
It was a nice option. It was a nice idea from G2 though to eco this one. They actually got some ults out. They got the knives out. They got the Killjoy out.
They came into it with an eco buy and didn't use their lockdown. They almost won. They nearly just closed
it was great.
Right there on a thrifty. Clearly, they need to be disguising these com lurks a little more. And I think playing more aggressive post-plant positions too, to make sure that G2 can't just swarm into back of sight like that. This is the round that matters for G2.
Right, 5 of them.
Economy.
Yeah, and look at it. This is the big round.
Viper's Pit used on B.
Real difficult one to get yourself through here with the drone.
Does the drone see the alarm bot?
To accompany it off to the side as
I
well.
think it did, right? And they shock darted. They even pinged it out, but it hit the molly, but it didn't kill the alarm bot. They might have thought that they've created so much pressure here that there's 2 people here instead of the 1.
Lev could get a read.
Actually, just 1.
They can just walk up. Instead, going towards mid.
Yeah, they might think. They might think there's 2 here, which means mid would be weaker, which is why they're going mid.
Off to the corner as well. Icy just bodyguarding as well. He was right there behind him. A lot of noise being made as well. It's a scurry with the footsteps. Potentially a bit of acknowledgement there.
I'm worried if they play real slow against this. Solid delay
In
ults.
fact, just watching for a cross up into mid as well, but maybe expecting it in a different position. Spikes over towards A. Space again given up here to Tex, but he can't overstep himself. Not again. This is the defining moment. It's only 34 seconds left.
Shot.
And just strikes. Rapid approach. Backs away now,
good
playing with the rest of
plan.
the team and across and away.
Killjoy.
Here's
And
a
Fish
lockdown.
out to Kings. Kings in trouble.
Entertainment off into the corner. Needs to be bodyguarded off to the side. Dizzy.
Okay.
That is just elite still. The flood in fast. Into the thick of it, off to the side, Jonah P. That's snappy, and the pressure is
Wingman.
on. Icy already.
Insta melted.
As well. Kills need to flood in and through. Jonah P needs to be dealt him off from the side.
Nicely done from Tex. Look at this round from Tex. It's ridiculous.
Not able to catch it into the cross. A tap again, but he knows he's not on it. It's even evident.
Oh my god, Tex. This was sick, dude. Unbelievable round from him.
They are stringing this together.
And Tex has managed to wake up and start hitting shots like he did yesterday. And he's dominating some of these rounds, a 4K in it. Pretty lucky one from Aspas in the middle of all of that as well. But On top of all of this, Tex is going so far forwards. He's the player that's exploring through A. He's the player taking the risk and finding out that the site's open. He's also not putting the turret for the
plant here, it's worrying me a little bit, yeah.
Through the back. He needed to make up for it in the front by hitting those shots.
But I think the G2 don't have much util 4 here that stops it, so they just know they can always get the plant. Okay,
Reminder that G2 took an eco round.
I shot again. 4 chances. This one's an eco again.
Final blow. Now they're forced onto another eco here.
Yeah.
And they get early info that they pushed. They might only think there's like one. Could definitely see a world where they don't think LEV is here. They should be on top of it, but it could just, yeah, it could just peek like that. Didn't get punished for it, but I kind of understand as well. This guy reload, jump peeked. They pushed aggro, going to be with 3. You would expect someone to be holding middle.
I think that's indicating the kind of loss of grip we're talking about with G2.
It's tumultuous.
Poison's off.
Repeat. It's committed drone as well, potentially giving him that extra information. It's broken. There's 2 rifles ring out as well. It gives him a bit of an indicator. There's play.
Oh, what a shot!
To swing off. I mean, cooking up plays on the fly. G2.
Oh my god! Is this how they win? That was sick. Wing off the shock.
When the sheriff's online, when the shots are hitting.
Oh my god.
30 seconds left.
Time is what you make of it already. How
3.
is P getting this value? 2 versus 2.
They got Cove, but it's like, okay, I like that he at least does it really far back. Whoa! Oh, it's so hard to win. It's so hard to win from the Xeno. Dude, nice shots. Shout out to Jonah P here, that was ridiculous. That was cool with the Trent shocks as well.